How many of you fellas have been blocked and you scratching your head thinking, what did I did wrong? What did I said? I tried the best of my ability to hold a decent conversation and everything seemed to go smoothly. And the next day I call and text her. I end up getting blocked. What's going on? Well, that happened to me before too. I ain't gonna lie, it did. And so many other guys. Sometimes you have, some people that are very fickle. They might like you one minute and the next minute you don't seem too cool for them. And another thing is, a lot of them just don't have the courage to tell you how they feel. Many of them do that to spare your feelings. I'm talking about, when it comes to women. Many of them actually want to spare your feelings from getting hurt, and they don't want to tell you how they really feel because you might take that to the extreme and they don't want to face like some kind of a harsh backlash from it. And I think that's one of the reasons why a lot of men are getting blocked without explanation. Well, the question is, how do I handle getting blocked? Do I take a self-evaluation of myself? Naturally you will do that. You will self-reflect. Should I put myself down because I might have said something inappropriate? Because a lot of people, when they associate, a lot of men, when they're associating them getting blocked, they might have said or do something inappropriate. And I'll say for the most part, to them, to some of the women they are courting or dating or trying to get to know, for the most part, it is something inappropriate they probably said, or they probably made them feel some type of way and angry, and they just want to, let me block you. Sometimes you just can take that, chalk it up as a way that you learn that, you know what, I think I might have said something that made her hurt her feelings. You just gotta, it's all comes with paying attention to her. Find out some of the stuff that, you just gotta look at body language and kind of find out more of some of the stuff you said to her that might seem offensive if she's not really laughing this much. Or you may say, because one thing about text, sometimes you can text certain words, but it might sound off, by the way how they read it, it may sound kind of like you are being offensive, but you really aren't being offensive. But it's the way how they interpret the text. That's another thing a lot of people need to look into. And my thing with this is good riddance. We don't want to deal with nobody who don't even got the courage to tell you why they are being blocked when you clearly didn't do anything. If they decide they don't like you, so they block you, for maybe they just don't like the way how when they meet you in person, how you actually really look based off of when they actually see you online, you might be a little bit shorter than what they anticipated, or you probably came off a little too strong. That's another thing is too. I say that's one of the main reasons why a lot of women block men, because they come on a little too strong. And what I mean when I say come on a little too strong, they actually, you in a way are aggressive. You try to force her to, I say in a way you kind of force yourself into her and try to get her to like you. You doing all of the talking, but don't give her much time to talk because you're so busy complimenting her and everything. And also you talk more about your futures with that woman. Like, maybe, I can, hopefully the next date we can do this and that, and I expect something better out of this. Basically, you kind of forcing her into a relationship that she didn't even think of. You don't give her a time to want to think about whether she want to pursue a relationship or anything, because you just met her and that kind of scare her. And that's what I mean when I say coming on a little too strong. And you also might, say certain things that pervert it, like you want to get a naked pictures, or you say certain things that might creep her out and she block you. And I think that's a lot of mistake a lot of guys make, because we got to remember women are wired differently than men. I mean, with men, we can, if women say they want to give out naked pictures or whatever, we say, okay, cool, we'll take some. But I'm just saying, not all men, of course, but I'm just saying for the majority of it, a lot of guys want to see what the woman has underneath what she's wearing. That's kind of like natural what a lot of guys do. And you got a lot of guys, and I don't get this right here, they want to send penis pictures to women. And that's a quick way to get blocked too. And I was like actually talking with different women and asked what one of the main reasons why a lot of them want to block men. They told me sometimes we be saying some of the most unusual, wild stuff and thinking that it's normal, and it just creep them out, or either they just get them kind of feel something. Well, I ain't want to talk to this dude no more. He just say some things that just killed it for me. So instead of me just telling him that I'm not going to talk to him no more, I'm gonna just block him so he can't reach me no more. And when a woman block you, that really means she don't want to talk to you ever again. Not in this lifetime. It's over. It's done. She don't want to deal with you. Like basically, she don't want to talk to you anymore or say anything to you or see you, to that matter. She don't care what's going on in your personal life. She don't care. She moving on. And that's what that means. And if you know what you did and said is wrong, just chalk it up as a learning experience and move on with your life. Because you won't be able to get every woman to be more impressed with you. And so a lot of guys wonder, what should I do when I get blocked? It's nothing you can't do. You can't really persuade a woman to unblock you. She got to do that on her own. And for the most part, she's not going to do it because she usually block you for a reason. So the best thing you can do, if you want to get her to unblock you, I'm not saying that it will work, but it's the best option. Is don't call her, don't contact her with a different number, don't peep into her social media, looming and looking and try to find out what she's doing, because that's only make you make your situation feel a lot worse than what it is. Don't contact her with a different number, want to ask her question, why you block me? Because that'll get her even more annoyed and angry. What she should do is leave it alone, chalk it up, give her a chance to kind of think, because a lot of women block men because they need space, especially if it's a man they kind of know. They sometimes do that to stop him from calling so they can give her time, a space to think about you or the situation, or think about her life and find out what's good for her. And trust me, throughout her life, she's going to think about you. She's going to think about the encounter she had with you. And if she haven't spoken with you in a long time, she might want to reach out, maybe, find your old number on the phone or either find you on social media. Trust me, if a woman want to reach out, want to check on you, want to be nosy, they can find your social media and check you out. But by you calling and basically, she will eventually stray away from you. So the best way to handle that, move on with your life, meet a different woman, or meet a different girl if you're a teenager. Have fun with your life, work on yourself, work on your careers, go to the gym, work out, basically live a happy, fulfilling life. And she might want to look back and find out what are you up to and everything. If she see that you're happy and living your life to the fullest, she might reach out. I'm not saying that she will, because usually when women block you, they don't want to talk to you for good. But there's usually cases where many cases where women who once block you actually reach out to you. And I'm gonna be honest with you, that actually happened with me before. I just got blocked because the date wasn't really that good. And she actually let me know that, that she wasn't interested in everything. Next thing you know, block. I was going to say okay, but come to find out, I've been blocked. I said, oh well. So I just left that alone. I think maybe years later, I think I encountered her on social media. She tried to add me. I didn't add her, but she tried to add me and try to talk with me. I kind of talk. I just keep it cordial with her. But to all the men, you're not the only one to get blocked. Trust me, you're not. I know a lot of guys thinking that it's the end of the world and oh man, I'm a horrible person. That has nothing to do with you. Be happy. Give yourself some grace, because you don't want to deal with a woman who's fickle, who like you one minute and next minute, okay, I'm tired of you. No, you don't want to deal with that. You want to deal with somebody who's consistent. You want to deal with somebody who like you for who you are. If she block you because of something minor, she's not really for you anyway. She's out for the streets. Give her space. Get your own peace of mind. Keep loving yourself, because that's another thing too. A lot of brothers don't have high self-esteem of themselves. They don't love themselves enough to say, hey, you know what? I want to go out. I want to go trip. I want to travel. I want to meet new people. I want to work on my career that I'm working on. I want to get my paper up. I want to stack some money. And if a nice woman come by my way, I wouldn't mind getting myself acquainted to her and have a conversation with her and see where it goes. And you know what? It's another thing too. For some reason, it seemed like, I'm not saying I'm a superstitious person, but it seemed like women can sense when a guy got a new boo. They have like one of those new boo vibes. Or, I think he got a girlfriend, I'm gonna try to hit him up. But you haven't seen them in a long time. They just don't call you no more or anything. But at the same time, they might call you from a different number. For some reason, it seemed like a girl, they know that you got a new girlfriend, or you're on the verge of talking to somebody, your interest is more into them. It seemed like it. That's what it is. It just happened to me a lot. Soon when I say, okay, I'm kind of investing with this woman, I'm having fun with her, oh man, this woman right here, she make my heart melt. And come to find out, somebody call you from a strange number and you don't know who it is. It could be a family member, I don't know. You answer and they be like, okay, who is this? You don't remember me? No. And she give me her name. I said, oh, okay, I remember you. I'm like, I might say, how you doing? Hi, I'm doing good. You got a girlfriend? Like, oh yeah, you got a girlfriend? Oh, I heard that you probably got somebody. You potentially got a girlfriend. I like, for some reason, women know you might not think that, but they be snooping, they be stalking on your profile, and which goes on to the reason why a lot of women block you is a test. They want to test to see if they have a real man. They want to test to see if you don't go off on your emotions. Because women test men subconsciously and consciously. They sometimes test men to see if they really have a man. They want to see if they block you. They want to see if you're going to call from a different number to want to know why you blocked them. Or they want to see if they can manipulate you with that. Because sometimes women will do that to see if they really got a man, to see if you're emotionally stable. Don't fall for that. You got to pass that test. To pass that test is to be like, let her know that you're happy with or without her. You happy with yourself. There you go. That's a lesson I'm learning myself right here. Teach her that you're happy with or without her. That's not for a woman. That's just like that with anybody. It could be with friends or anybody. People want to be with people who love themselves, who happy with themselves, who's very confident with themselves. That's what it all boils down to, confidence. And by you texting nonstop, just giving a lot of texting, did you miss me? Did you miss me? I miss you. Hey, I just want to see how you doing. Okay. Hey, I just want to see how you doing. That's annoying, and a lot of guys get blocked over that. I understand that you're trying to be consistent, because a lot of women say they want guys who's very consistent. But that's just if she's really like you. and if she give you the same amount of energy. Like I say, there's nothing wrong with every once in a blue moon you check on her, but let her check on you. I'm trying to tell you the most of the effective way of not getting blocked. That just comes from you not being so freaking annoying. Let her call you or text you sometime. If she don't do that, if she don't reach out to her. That's my little advice for that. And it's testing. And what goes on with test, which leads me, when I mention testing, what leads me to women block you because some of them actually like you. Sometimes they like you a little too much that they want to block you because they don't want to get themselves so overly infatuated over you. So they want to mark you out of their life so they won't focus more on you because they might have the fear of them being hurt and everything. But they really do like you, so they block you. They usually block men who they don't like and they can't stand, or who's annoying, or they sometimes block men that they like to keep themselves from being over infatuated over them. That's one main reason why a lot of women block them. One reason, I say one of the minor reasons, is that they like them. It's that they like the dude. That's actually it's kind of rare, but it happens. And my thing is, though, when it comes to blocking, don't fall for it. Live your life. Love yourself. And if you don't love yourself, to get some therapy or find some dating. I wouldn't say dating a coach, but find some people who you can talk with. Find yourself. Find some of the stuff you enjoy doing. Do that. Know that you're an okay person, and that person doesn't deserve you. You deserve a person who like you for who you are and love to hear you talk and everything. And go for that. And that will conclude this short video. I hope many of you fellas get some lessons out of that. Remember what I say about this. Love yourself. Have a higher self-esteem about yourself. And don't worry about that because it happens to everybody. Well, almost everybody. I don't know everybody, of course, but it happens to people. And that doesn't mean that you're a bad person or you a low value person. It just means that person wasn't really right for you. But you too good of a person for them. Just have that in your mind. That you too much of a good person. And you don't really need a woman to validate yourself as a man. It comes from within.